Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. Wow, a lot of stuff happened last episode. A lot of stuff that we need to discuss in intricate detail. Holy bejeez, biz, 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 biz. I don't know if all those are words, but they're words now. So, obviously, we found out that Luna is a golem. We also, for a second, I floated the idea that everyone's a freaking golem. Because I definitely feel as though Luna is, and probably Kay is. First of all, because Kay looks exactly like I do, and that doesn't really work unless Kay isn't real. I do have to wonder if Kay has my arms and I have Kay's arms. Because we do know that Sigma has biotic arms that he never remembers having, and he definitely remembers having normal arms when he was younger. So, it might be that they cut me up and gave my arms to Kay, and then, gave me mechanical arms, and then Kay is... But the reason I say that Kay is most likely a golem is because at the end, we got the passcode in order to get to this ending by getting to the ending where both Luna and Kay gave us the passcodes for the computers. And both of them made reference to they had been given very specific orders and were super preternaturally calm when it came to that point. Luna even more than Kay, to be completely honest. So, we do have to once again question... So now it comes time for us to figure out who's a golem, who's not a golem, and here's my thoughts on that. So, because I've been thinking about it for most of the weekend. Okay, not necessarily most, but a significant portion of the weekend. What we've got is the possibility slash potential slash. Okay, everyone has a chance of being a golem. We are. So here's the thing. I'm not willing to discount Sigma being a full-on golem. And if that's the case, Kay may be the original... Actually, you know what? Now that I'm saying that out loud, I think that's what I'm going to go with. I think Sigma is a full-on golem, because the only information we have that says that I'm not, that only my arms are biotic, is that Luna said that when she was looking at the atom. Thing is, we know Luna's a golem, and so, her authoritativeness is not necessarily guaranteed. She could very easily just tell me what I needed to hear, which may not be the truth. Luna is definitely not on my high list of reliable candidates, especially when it comes to this matter. So I am going to say I think Sigma's a golem. Luna is definitely a golem. That much isn't even really contested. She's running around after she's dead. So definitely golem Luna. I don't think Phi is a golem, and it makes sense if Sigma is and Phi isn't, simply because Sigma seems slightly more reliable with his recall than Phi is, which would make sense if he was computerized, and the information he got saved into some cloud somewhere, and somehow even information that hadn't been in that timeline he's still able to access with some degree. Whereas Phi is biological and is not as reliable when it comes to that. Definitely Dio is not. Dio is coming from the Myrmidons and is actually trying to stop this research. I do have to wonder if Myrmidons is actually opposed to the Golem research, or do they even know about the Golem research? It could very easily be that they don't. That leaves... So, Tenmyoji. Tenmyoji, I think, may be involved in the Golem program. He definitely seems to know about Golems. Or I shouldn't say that. But he knows a lot about the research that was being done into the disease capsule. I almost have to wonder if the golems were designed in order to continue humanity if everyone did indeed get wiped out. Almost a situation. I don't want to say what game it is, but there is definitely a game that heavily involves androids that I played. That kind of went into that, like the continuation of humans through machines. Sorry for that somewhat awkward transition. I started to almost say the name of the game, and I'm like, wait, that's sort of a spoiler if you haven't played the game. So I'm not going to say which game it is. Quark, I don't really see any... Everything we saw about the golems seems to indicate they're roughly equivalent body types. So having a child golem is not impossible. But I don't know why Tenmyoji would be so adamantly defensive of him if he was, just a golem and could be reprogrammed at any time. So Quark seems to be legitimate. Kay, I'm going to now say, is probably the original me and the one that has amnesia because I stole his memories whenever they programmed me. I think there must have been a mistake and he actually lost access to his old memories. Although it is still possible that Kay is also Zero. And this whole, like, amnesia thing is somewhat of a ruse to throw it off, although that seems a very, very bold plan. I do think that Alice and Clover are here for somewhat, legitimate reasons, and they're tied into the previous game, so their presence makes sense. And who does that leave us? I think that may be everyone. Yeah, no one else coming to mind. So, that's my thoughts on the whole subject. Let's see if I'm right. Probably won't see this episode.
Do you want to leave?
What? You're kidding, right? The one kept going on about Quark's still alive? You just run off and leave him here. Well, yeah, but if Quark is still alive, he's dead now.
You sure?
Yeah, and the fact that we've got... the other thing is that Luna just showed up and looked at us and then wandered off. I don't know what her objective is. I still want to believe in Luna, because she's been super amicable this entire time. But it is... I don't know what her objective is, and I don't think she would hesitate. But her objective to kill us doesn't make sense. The real question I have is, what did Shinmyoji and all the other ones do to theoretically get Luna to attack them?
Well, that's a relief.
I really disagree with this decision. Alright, we know if Quark's wasn't dead, he is now.
I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving. We need to find Quark.
He's dead regardless. And Luna too, right?
Luna.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 4 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates.
Yep, this is the first time we've actually gotten to a round 4. I checked our bracelets out of sheer reflex. As a magenta pair, just like before. If I had changed to a red solo, it doesn't matter though. Our bracelets showed the number 9. All I do is open the number 9 door, we never have to play another AB game again.
Alright, Quark comes first. Let's go.
So here's the big question about round 4. If we were actually still playing, the fact that there are no more doors, how does it figure out the pairings? Because, like, other than the... Is it purely because the number 3, the star round, was the white chromatic doors and there was only one possible combination? That's probably the case, actually. Run ahead of the cyan door. I followed on her heels. Yeah, don't separate at this point. Do not you dare separate. Yep, that's where Dio took the bracelet off of her. Here we are looking around the entire warehouse, seeing whatever we can find. We've looked for Quark extensively, though. Have we checked underneath the, like, voting pods? Because that would be a place you could put someone. Oh yeah, I forgot who that was for a second, and then yeah, it's the golem that talked to us.
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you.
Alright, ask away. We're the only 2 left, except for crazy robot Luna somewhere.
There are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
Yeah. On the map, there's a door on the bottom. The lever on that thing in the middle, though, right? Hold it. We only opened one of the doors.
Take a look. See the lock? Yeah,
Who the hell opened it? And
there's
how?
only one person who could have opened it.
Or Quark.
All right, let's head in.
Alright. Interesting, we've never been here before.
I think they're treatment pods of some sort.
What mint pot? Treat. You know, like whenever you eat a cookie? Those are pods that give you cookies. Part of me knew what they were. I don't know why or how. I was strong sense of deja vu and I looked at them. I suddenly realized I knew exactly how to operate them. Strange, unsettling feeling. And somewhere, deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know.
One of them is lit up.
Well, is it being
Glass
used?
is all fogged up. I can't really see inside. Yeah,
Quark? Okay, well he's definitely not underneath the voting pod. Wait. I just heard the sound of people running? Where are we going? Deep power across the floor of the warehouse. Did it say the number 9 door was opening? We just looked at Quark when we ran away?
this is it.
Where's the body? Oh, okay, we picked up Quark. Did I just skip something, or was that just not well done? No, yeah, they didn't say anything about that. That was a really weird, the way they handled that. Pulse and breath were normal. Interesting, I wonder why. He was living unconscious, but he was alive. Pause display had given us a little information on his condition. And only even giving an anesthetic which had put him to sleep.
Ready? What's wrong? You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
So interesting, does he have 9 points as well? How is he still okay? Really okay for us to just leave?
What the hell is this? You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too?
What?
Think about it. Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay. There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
Well, we know she didn't kill the old woman, although I do have to wonder what prompted that. Because I do agree that Luna being dead and running around does seem to imply she's doing something.
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh?
016.
And what's that the same number as?
Yeah, Luna's... But how would Clover know that?
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
Maybe Luna came out? Nope.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core. That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
There's any alibi, she might have not been able to move the crane's worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room. Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
Gotta keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay. Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay.
Okay, that's a bit of a stretch. Like, hey, these were missing, therefore Luna took them. I'm like, no, you can't say, I think Luna was in the room and things went missing, which proves Luna was in the room.
You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive. But look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer? Think this through, Sigma.
I mean, yeah, she also lost the game, so we don't have any, like... I don't even know if she can leave.
Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, she's basically a puppet of Zero Junior's. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here.
No, I do agree with that. There's no reason to stick around and try and talk to her, although I would be curious what she has to say.
The only option is to leave her here and get out.
Hey, Kitty, I can't see.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
I'd forgotten she had this conversation. Robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
Hey, Kitty, move. Alright. You're right. Get out of here.
Damn. Don't scare me like that. Okay, I'm going to open it. You ready?
You don't have to ask me. Is that what you always say?
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
I'm still wondering how Quark isn't dead. Did that actual treatment pod actually prevent the signal from being sent to kill him? I think I have to run to her body. I slipped through it. I followed Quark still cradled my arms. That was a massive lift platform. I used to move industrial cargo. Why turned to face me? I shoved Quark into her arms.
Huh?
I spun around and ran. Wait, what the hell?
The number 9 door has been opened.
Sigma is so weird.
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Sigma!
Why are you doing this?
What the hell are you thinking? Get back here!
Sorry, Phi. Just something I have to do. Take care of Quark. I mean, I get this is so we can get Luna's ending, but this makes no logical sense.
No! You don't mean you're going to go find Luna? God damn it, Sigma!
Yeah, this is a really stupid call, Sigma.
Think about what you're doing! Sigma!
Although, this actually does make a degree of sense if we assume Sigma is actually as aware as I am, the player, of where we stand. Because if Sigma actually has a rough idea of the timelines and realizes this is the only timeline that still exists, other than the one that we do not know where the number 0 bomb is, then he might be like, no, in order to get everyone out, I have to talk to Luna, I have to find that 0 bomb. So this is not the timeline that we're keeping. This is going to be used in order to get to the bottom of things. Cat, move.
You can't do this!
Sorry, Fido.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked.
I still feel like this is unnecessary, because he could go to that one where he got his arm crushed in order to keep him from killing him, and just have infinite time to go and find the number 0 bomb.
Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
I have no regrets. In fact, Phi and Quark's successful escape felt a profound sense of relief. My objective's been achieved. A difficult choice had been made. I felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. It's time to go. I'm just waiting. Yeah, why did she just show up for a second and then disappear? I knew you'd be here.
You knew?
Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in this whole facility with anything green. I kind of feel silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. I'm not sure what you meant just now, but...
Really? I think you do. I think the entire purpose of this game was in order to, like, stoke this ability I and Phi have.
Are you talking about something that happened in another history?
Yeah, I thought you knew.
I know what you can do. Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
I told you that. I looked at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, he twisted the dial on the bottom. I didn't realize she had a music box around her neck.
Sigma,
Like, I never actually paid attention to what this was.
aren't you here to ask me something? Why I killed them, perhaps?
Actually, I already know you didn't do it.
Oh? Why do you think I didn't do it? I'd like to know your reasoning.
Alright. Time to moment to compose my thoughts. I do have to say, I am not... I know she didn't kill the old woman. The other ones I can't say she didn't do. I mean, interesting how Sigma knows she didn't do it. We'll start with the old woman. Yeah, that's the one I know. No point in beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio's the one that killed her.
Why do you think so?
Her left arm had blood spatter all the way up to the elbow. Except for a stripe on the wrist that was perfectly clean. So, therefore, he was wearing a bracelet at some point. Flowed blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had blood splatter, but Dio's bracelet reacted to luminol. Dio's bracelet had to have come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed her?
No, that's only enough to suspect it. After all, he had just taken the bracelet after someone else killed her.
Then why are you so sure?
Well, he admitted to it in one of the timelines. Because he confessed.
What?
After his bracelet reacted to luminol, I confronted him.
Alright, fine. You caught me, I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Wait, when did that happen?
In a different timeline.
Isn't that against the rules?
Hey, I've read a lot of rules the Zero Junior said. What rules are those? We're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 Commandments. Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? Okay, wait. I have to stop for a second. Isn't that... I'm familiar with those. Hold on. Yes. Oh, that annoys me. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, Nox's 10 Commandments, there was a very, very prodigious science fiction author known as Richard Knox that talked about the rules of detective fiction. The 10 rules are... the criminal must be mentioned in the early part of the story, but not be anyone whose thoughts the reader has been allowed to know. They can't be a focal character, because the reader has to be able to use the information that is presented as authentic. And so for someone to, basically give you their first-person impression, but, you should be able to... You need a reliable narrator. You need all supernatural, preternatural agencies are ruled out of the matter, of course. It can't be a god did it, or, you know, a zombie came back, or something like that. You know, a detective fiction has to work in kind of the real natural world. Obviously, this one is a little bit weird with robotics and such, but still, it follows some very accepted rules. No more than one secret room or passage is allowable. Ultimately, it has to be something that the reader can kind of keep up with without a lot of these bizarre other things that are, and then this was here, and then this was here. No one discovered poison being used or any appliance with need no long science explanation at the end. Again, basically, it's the reader should have enough information to be able to draw the correct conclusions. This one was really weird and stupid. It's basically you shouldn't have Oriental characters, which really was a one that did not translate well to the current one. Effectively, when Knox was writing these, it was super cliche and racist, and so people would just do these very esoteric, overdone, yes, Mr. Blah, 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 and it's just like, and it was like, stop doing that. So it wasn't, that's not so much of a rule. He was just like, I'd be really tired of seeing this. Accidents should not help the detective, nor must he have unaccountable information, which proves to be right. Basically, everything that is found should actually come from a deduction that the detective does. Now, granted, we're kind of violating these rules a little bit here. So I'm pretty sure that is the rule that he was referencing. The detective himself must not have committed the crime. The detective is bound to declare any clues which he may discover. So basically, at the end, you can't be like, oh, and I also knew this, which had not been previously talked about. Because again, the whole point is for the audience to be able to figure out who done it. The sidekick of the detective, the Watson, must not conceal from the reader any thoughts which pass through his mind. Intelligence must be slightly, but very slightly below that of the average reader. And twin brothers and doubles must not appear unless we were duly prepared for them. Those are Knox's 10 rules. So, the reason I bring this up and the reason I stop and get is I made a massive point when I played V3. I won't tell you which one it is in case you haven't played Danganronpa V3, but one of those rules is violated, and I was super pissed off about it because I am aware of Knox's 10 rules. And here we have the same studio that did Danganronpa, although I do think it's a different design team, explicitly making note of the fact that they are also aware of Knox's 10 rules, which I knew they were. And they outright violated one of them with no indication they were doing so. That brings back an old anger of mine. Truth is the truth. Then the incident P happened. After that, timeline splits into timeline A and timeline B. It's unfair to base a theory in timeline A out of information I found in timeline B. After all, A and B both came from the same place. E. Based on the history of both timelines, you'd end up back at Incident P. Now, if I could change what happened with Incident P by visiting timeline A or B, then, well, yeah, that'd be a different story. I don't think that'd be unfair, but it'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Like, you know, causality. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. Yeah, that was the one that I definitely knew going into it as well. By extension, that means you didn't. Assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the nonary game. Somehow he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess. But I have a feeling that he planned to replace one of us, and I doubt it mattered which one. No idea why he'd want to do something like that. I don't know how either. Fact remains, he did. In the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the AV rooms. As someone turned out to be the old woman. She left Quark asleep in the AV room and came out on her own. Somehow, he managed to get close enough to stab her. I do have to question why Quark wasn't awake. He didn't near the wall with graffiti on it. Guessing he stabbed her from behind, so he wouldn't be any blood on himself. When she was dead, he wrapped the knife with the handkerchief. No, actually, he probably took the bracelet first. Then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. I mean, the point is, he got the bracelet and put it on. He wrapped the knife up and hid between the rightmost AB room and his neighbor. I wouldn't expect they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. After that, went back into the AB room the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep. I already know Dio was there the whole time. Those are those few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them is probably not a murder. So here's where, and I'm trying to go through because someone ambushed Dio and Quark. It would not surprise me if Kay was the one that killed Quark, even in this timeline as well, because he killed him in the other one. But then who got him from behind?
What do you mean?
Talking about Alice. Oh yeah, Alice we know. Alice was overcome with Radical 6. Pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left! I'd rather die here!
You've been infected with Radical 6. It eventually caused her to take her own life. Used Dio's knife, which she found in the warehouse after the AB room moved, and exposed it. Took it with her and used to stab herself in the crew quarters. Next, Clover and Tim. Yeah, the people that got handcuffed together. First question is who put the handcuffs on them? And we've never found any handcuffs anywhere. Who is the message Clover left? 016. If you think about it, though, that makes sense. Is it 910? Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs, and she would have had to write with her right. That would be really hard to do that, you know? Why not just use your left thigh? Thing is, I think she did. She died, her legs stumped together, and the message got transferred to her right thigh. Never saw the original, so we didn't bother to check the other leg. Interesting. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write Dio. Oh, okay, that makes way more... I did question earlier how she would even know the serial number. Dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. Now, for Kay and Dio, there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Anytime I imagine it happened, Kay probably sprayed Dio's wrist with luminol. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. I had forgotten we found the bottle in Kay's robe. Witnessing the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. Kay turned the lights off. It was clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he tried to take preemptive action. Found their bodies, lights of the rec room were on. Kay turned his switch. It. He was hurt pretty badly. He didn't die right away. I managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Okay, that does make sense, actually. And died. Cat, move! Jeebus! Now that accounts for 6 bodies. None of them being yours.
Sigma, I'm glad you don't think I did it, but all of your theories are just, well, theories.
Hey, a theory is a scientific premise based upon extensive research that has not been invalidated.
Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure?
Well, she basically confessed to that one. Like, she said she was going to end her life.
Say she was infected with Radical 6.
We don't have to say it, we know that for a fact.
She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves.
No, she couldn't, because we saw her. We saw the symptoms presenting.
As for Clover and Tenmyoji, I could easily have killed them. You don't have any proof that Clover's message was mirrored, like you say, or even that it was supposed to refer to Dio. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt.
I mean, I'm going to choose to believe what I believe, and that's going to be the end of it.
The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much?
Because you've never done anything to make me not.
I'm a machine. I'm part of this place. How can you trust a machine?
It's really easy, actually. You know? At the end of the day, all you can do is evaluate people based on what you see of them. Well, that's why I trust you.
What?
I trust you because you're a robot. Your robotness is just one more reason you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Yeah, you already showed us this game.
A robot without the... Sigma.
Luna, I've got to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is in the central server. You should know everything that's happened here. There was a long pause. About 2 days worth, because I will see you next time when we pick Luna's brain. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. I will see you all in the next one.